Welcome back. The teenage years are a time of developing self-esteem and self-identity, but when teens struggle with their physical image, it impacts their emotional growth. This Wellness Wednesday, we are talking about body image and teens. And so Mary Jo Horton from Memorial Health is here with some advice on how we can all approach teen body image in a much healthier way, even if you are not the parent of a teen. Yes. And so you say, of course, this starts with language, and social media now plays such a role in this.
Social media, while it can be wonderful and fun, let's keep in mind that we're comparing, we're showing ideal images, and we are really communicating things that are just not factual or achievable or healthy.
Yeah, it can be really damaging. It
Very
just
much
can
so.
be. All right, so dieting for teens, because I was reading an article that they finally, have recommended for some teens weight loss surgery, medication. We know that obesity is an issue in the U.S. However, dieting, that becomes a slippery slope.
So we want to think about the difference between a physician intervening in someone's health and dieting.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So if we are not happy with how we're looking or how we're feeling, and certainly as a teen, if they're starting to not like the way they look, having a conversation about how to be healthy is a lot different than a doctor saying that due to medical risks, we need to take these medical interventions. And I worry that people see people or hear about kids taking these pills or doing these extreme diets or all kinds of things and thinking, well, I don't like the way that I look in my pants, so I need that too.
I need it too.
I need it too.
And you don't need a medical intervention.
No.
Let's talk about language a little more, because you and I were just talking about, certain generations, our grandparents, parents, they say things or would say things that they thought weren't harmful. They were just trying to.
No, I think that we've not been taught how to speak to one another in a way that's aware and kind. So what happens is I remember what my grandmother would say, like, oh, that shirt's getting tight, or we're filling out, aren't we? Right? And what she meant was
Thanks, Grandma.
Thanks. And so we forget that those little phrases stick with us because we're trying to figure out if we should like our bodies, if we look good, do we fit in? We're evaluating at that age. And so all of these little phrases are really important. And we're listening about how adults speak to one another and themselves. So if they hear the adults criticize each other's weight or appearance or other people, they're going to take that on.
All right, so let's talk about strategies for healthy body image and habits. And you gave us some things to look at. So all adults would benefit from evaluating their habits and language, just like what you said.
Yes, how are we speaking to ourselves about our bodies? And are we having habits that nourish us, not diminish us?
Okay, it's important to create a culture where health and body images are openly discussed.
That's right. So you mentioned before, this is not just about a caregiver conversation. We all contribute to our culture. We all contribute to whether or not somebody can say, I don't feel good about my body, and then what that response is.
Okay, lean on medical providers. Let them go over options for health and weight.
Absolutely. If your doctor's concerned about your child's health, it is a medical conversation.
All right, and then empower you and your teen to work with a therapist.
Yes. So let's think about this. If your child or you see somebody's image of themselves as impairing their functioning, they're crying all the time, they're isolating, they're harming, and they're restricting their diet, let's go in and talk to somebody to help the parent navigate healthy conversation.
And that's the key, and I've talked to a few parents about this, is they don't want to make what they call the mistakes that their parents made with them. And so really, you have to be very conscious, though, of what you're saying.
And we should be kind. We don't have the language. We haven't been taught how to speak about it in a healthy way. So going to a professional and saying, do I not mention it at all? Do I bring it up? What do I say when I am concerned? I think that it's a healthy, natural way to get some assistance so that we can grow to be better to the next generation.
Gosh, that's great advice, because a lot of people, they just don't know.
We don't know.
Who do you talk to about it to know the right thing to say? Go to some therapists. All right. Thank you so much, Mary Jo. As always, it's good to see you.
Good to see you.
And if you want to find out anything on a variety of mental health topics, including this one, you can go to our website at wsav.com/wellnesswednesday.